Hi everybody, welcome back to Kite Fishing Cornwall. This is just going to be a quick video about a new toy I've bought myself, the Lowrance Hook Reveal Triple Shot Fish Finder. I'm going to do a quick unboxing and an installation and maybe a bit of on the water footage next time I go out. I'll tack on to the end of the video. So I've already got one of these, those of you that follow the channel, but it's the split shot version. I kind of fancied having the side scan view. So I had a couple of options. I could either buy a triple shot transducer and try and add it to my split shot unit, but I've rung a load of places, sent a few emails. I couldn't get a straight definitive answer on whether or not the split shot unit would take the triple shot transducer. So it was a bit of a gamble to do 200 quid on a transducer and it may or may not work. I figured I'll just buy the whole new thing and then hopefully sell on my used one to sort of help finance it a bit. The reason I went with the Lowrance again is because, well, one, I'm familiar with it and I like it. I like the interface. I've already got the sunshade, so I can just swap that over. I've already got a map card, I can just swap that over. And I think Lowrance offers you probably the best value for money. So I've read a lot and looked at a lot of reviews. And although the Lowrance doesn't offer the best side scan image, you have to spend a significant amount more money to get a better side scan image. I think its limitation is the resolution of the screen on this unit. So in order to get better than that, you'd have to go for something like a Hummingbird Helix, which is literally double the money for the same size unit. You get a little bit more functionality, but I've got a map on my phone. I don't need any more functionality. I don't need it to connect to anything. So this really did fit the bill for me. So obviously the triple shot transducer is significantly larger than the split shot transducer. So what I've got in order to fit that is this transducer cover. As I understand it, the transducer needs to be proud of the hull in order for it to like send and receive the sonar to properly present an image, you know, the side scan image. And under there it's vulnerable to getting dinged and whatnot. So yeah, this transducer cover should keep it protected and allow it to send and receive the signals properly so I get a decent image underwater. The usual stuff in the box, get the transducer there. This is the unit itself. Not particularly exciting, pretty much exactly the same to look at as my other one. Transducer mounting bracket. Mounting bracket for the actual display, power cable. What's this? Various screws, and I've no idea what's in here. We've got, oh okay, so they're just the little knurled nuts for mounting it into the gimbal mount. So that's that. I'll set the camera up outside and quickly run through getting it all mounted on the kayak. Right, so apparently the triple shot transducer is held in place in the transducer cover by this little plate and these 4 bolts. And fortunately, I've kept this tool since I was 12 for just this occasion. I knew it would come in handy. So I'll do all of these up. It says not to ream them up, so I'll do them up gently. And I'll skip this bit because this ain't going to be very interesting. Right, so I've got my transducer fixed in place with this little plate here into the cover. I haven't really yanked them up, but it is in there firmly. It's not moving anywhere. It looks like it's sitting square and everything. So next thing we do is feed all this half a mile of cable through the through that hole in the bottom of the kayak in the transducer compartment. And we've got a little spacer plate there to put in as well. So we line that up, hopefully. Yeah, and there it is. See about doing the bits on the top. Right, so before I had it run through the hole and out of a little like cable gland to try and get a neater finish, and then it come up through the side of the Burley Pro side buoy. So I'm going to feed that in there. Right, I'm going to get something to clean up the burrs on this thing before I go any further. So I'm going to use this little cover where it goes through the kayak. Well, first of all, I'm going to nip off these burrs. Okay, then we're going to have a generous amount of Sikaflex. Right, let me get this thing on. So I've got my cables there. I sort of make sure I've got enough slack on them so I can plug the unit in before I silicone all this up or put sealant all over this. I think I'm going to get dirty here. Yeah, I think that's okay. Might even have a little bit too much power cable. That'll do. Okay, stick the old Burley Pro side buoy back on and we're nearly done. Put my fuse holder on the power lead for the fish finder. Yeah, and we're away. Brilliant. Right, perfect. Right, going to do a quick experiment here and see if my old split shot unit will run the run that triple shot transducer. Let's have a look. Find out once and for all. It does take a while to boot up this thing. But as a fisherman, patience is something we should all have. Lots of patience. Holy moly, come on. Right. Yeah. So if I go into settings, sonar, transducer, I go down to triple shot, buff. What are we going to end up with? No, doesn't look like it's going to let me do side scan. Okay. Just as well I didn't buy one and add it to this. Right, looking at that side scan thing, you can see on the left hand side I'm just coming up to the edge of this reef. So if I wanted to mark that, if I saw a boulder sticking out that I wanted to go and then pass out directly over and see if there's any fish on it, I can take my cursor over to it, put the cursor on the thing you want to mark, and then just hold down the button, the old waypoint button, blink, and then if I return to my maps, it should have put a marker on it. Yeah, which it has. So I could then track back over that with the down scan on, or just the fish finder, and see if there's any fish on it. I think it'll probably come into its own on rivers and things like that, where you'll find things that aren't necessarily on maps. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having a bit of a play with that. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I'll get out and catch some fish soon. Cheers for now.